Welcome to this video about Excel, and in this video we'll focus on how to use the COUNTIF statement. So the COUNTIF statement is a statement that will calculate or will count the amount of times it sees a specific value popping up. So let me show you exactly how to do this and why we need this right now for our situation. So right now we're trying to figure out what is the average sale per product type. We have now the total, but the total alone is not enough. What we need to do is now we need to figure out what is the average amount. So very simple, we first need to calculate how many times people bought apples, and then we can divide that, and then we have the average. So how to do that? Well, very simple. Before we do anything, let's copy this and make a design here beside. Alright, so we have this, and then I will format this correctly, because right now if you put in 1, you see here the dollar sign. That's not what we want. Let's remove that. Let's remove this. So if you put in now 1, you can see it's just a number, because this here is a number, it's not a value, of it's no currency. And now we can start to use our COUNTIF. So the COUNTIF function basically does the following. It will count, let's open a format builder, it will count based on matching values. So step 1, what is the range? So the range right now here, we can select here the product ID. Alright. And the criteria, so what is the criteria for the product ID? In this case, the situation is number 1. So if the product ID matches here, it will calculate it and it will count how many times it sees it. So let's click here done. We're done now, and okay. You can see now it shows up 4 times. Is that correct? Well, we can see here apples. If we look for apples here, I see number 1. That's 3 times here and the 4th time here. Yes, this is correct. So before we do anything else now, let's expand it for here, but first freeze the rows here. So we will freeze the range by clicking F4 and F4. Once you did that, enter, and now we can drag them down. And you can see the following. You can see that everything matches here correctly, and you can see all the values here and how many times people bought it. So what is the average? Well, very simple. I'll just get this with a brush because I want the layout including the currency. Put it here, and now we calculate the average. So to calculate the average, very simple. You select the amount of sales of the product divided by the amount of the count, how many times the product has been bought. And now we can drag this down easily, and you can see here, of course, this doesn't work, so this is a 0. You just ignore that for now. But you can see now what is the value of each product. And now you can see some interesting facts as well. And one of the interesting facts is apples is quite good product to sell, and oranges as well. And you can see here as well for grapes is not a good product. The average sale is quite low. Lemons, the average sale for lemons is quite good. It's higher than grapes, while we're almost in matching range. And you can see here kiwi, while kiwi has a lot of sales and the highest amount of earnings, it does not match up with the average purchase order for the product. Still a very valuable product, but imagine if you would see here, it would be a lot more oranges or for kiwis. This would go down, then you can see that the numbers are changing. And here you can start to learn more deeper, because you have to analyze the numbers behind the numbers. Meaning, you can see here, what this shows here is not 100% true. Because if you would look at here, you would say, well, I would probably remove grapes of a lemon, because lemon and grapes are very bad selling. But you see that the lemon have a very high average. Grapes would probably be the best one to remove and adding with something new. And same with the melon. And this is really how you can use the COUNTIF and to make averages and to calculate everything here. And so you can go very deep with Excel. And are you interested in using Excel and having your own stock management and accounting tool? Just check out my courses on Udemy. There's a link below. It will direct you to the courses, and you can learn more how to make anything from accounting to bookkeeping to stock control and invoicing. Very useful tools for your business.